Russell Fan TV bully, I mean, it's pretty embarrassing in the end.
That was schoolboy defending. No real backbone. They've gone in with the attitude on Wednesday. Well, we know we can lose by 2. Like, we'll go in there as long as we try and get a draw, not lose. And of course, you know full well you're going to end up getting spanked when you do that. And today we got well and truly spanked because we come up here with the attitude we'll try and get a draw. And then we just stood there, watched them pass the ball around, move 10, 20 yards, and then cross the ball. 90% of the protection for the goalkeeper is stop the cross. We didn't do it. We did not do it.
I couldn't believe, watching the game, how much space they had in midfield.
Well, we just stood off of them and like, then there you go, do whatever you want. The mental attitude in there has now gone back to what it was over the last 8 years.
So how are we going to get it back? Because, you know, if we talk every week about challenging for the title, we got to come to places like this and do better. All right, listen, we came here last year and we actually got a draw with a worse team. Now, what is it that, with a mentality where we just sort of, I mean, we should have been up in their faces today. We just weren't from the start.
That's it. As soon as we did get in their faces, they made the mistakes and gave the ball away. But then we was too stupid to actually realise that's how to beat them. Right, and we just let them run around all over the park and give them everything. Theo in the first half, okay, yes, he did get the goal, right, the first one and the second one. But before that, when he was on the right, he was leaving Sanger totally exposed. As soon as the runner was coming down, he was moving into the middle and standing there filing his nails or something.
Do you think today maybe we should have went with like this similar formation to what we had during the week, where we had Arteta and Flamini there to offer that extra protection, because it seemed that they just had so much space?
We should have had Rosicki out there really, but I don't know whether he was fit or not, right, or whether he was on the bench. I didn't see the lineup, right, but no, we've got to learn to tackle. Now, they're getting injuries because Arsene needs to make them go and get some decent frigging shin pads. Then they might actually learn to tackle properly. But the referee, absolutely atrocious today. That was definitely a penalty. That was hand to ball. Right, and
that could have been a bit of a game changer at the time.
Their second goal, I'm pretty certain, was offside. Everybody was shouting it. They don't show it again, do they, really? Well, when they did show it because of the goal, it just still looked it. And as for the one from Bentner, he was from behind the defender. Like, how can he be offside? He didn't run back. He ain't quick enough to run back and then come back again.
I mean, Chelsea next week now. You know, it doesn't come any harder than that. You have City away, you've got Chelsea. The only thing I'd say, we've got them at home. If we could get a win in that game, could this result be sort of put to the back of our minds, or we say, all right, well, listen, we went there, we can then start and say, all right, it was after a Champions League game, tough, blah, 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 but we're back on track?
Well, we've got to learn to protect the goalkeeper for a start and not let them just have free pop shots at him all the time. For Marlon, I think it was for their fourth one, just like, backed off, showed him inside, bang, in the back of the net. That's basic, simple schoolboy football that they made the mistakes about. It was absolutely atrocious.
Can we come back from this, bully?
Well, if they get their heads right, but they've got to stop thinking like, oh, well, all we've got to do is cross the line, because they've gone back to the same attitude as they had over the 8 years. Last 8 years, they've lost the hunger in the space of a week. They've lost the hunger for everything and the backbone.